Okay, yeah, the snake. In Jump King there is a snake that takes you back to the start, which also happens in Pogo Stuck, and also in Koi. But it gives you the option, so this is the Sigma snake out of the three. It will still mock you if you don't buy, implying that you are weak-minded if you ignore its request, but it always felt kinda weird that the snake wants this red rock but it doesn't just jump down and get it himself. Why is that? Perhaps he won't fit through some areas thanks to his enormous size, of which reminds me of somebody else related to you, the viewer's family. Maybe they're just lazy. Anyhow, he tasks you to get his stone for him, which sounds redundant because rocks don't do anything, but when you return it to them they reveal to be a master craftsman and crafts for you the snake ring. This name is not very creative, is it? It almost seems to me that the snake itself is weak-minded. Couldn't you have come up with a cooler name? The snake ring ends up being the most useful item in Jump King, by making it so that you can walk in the dense snow of the Stormwall Pass. Bad idea. The snow of the Red Crown Forest, and most useful of all, the bog.
No time to sit around and twiddle your thumb. There is only one game up there, and you're evil watcher too. Will you fight, or will you perish in the bog?
Well, what do we have to uncover about the snake? What possible lore can even be there? I don't see any hints of anything other than mention might be happening, that is until you take a step back. We need to analyze what we already talked about, not anything else. So, question number 1, why is the snake stuck in the first place? Throughout the Black Sanctum we can observe the snake's body tangled in the background of every single screen up to where it resides at the second to last screen of Black Sanctum. Surely this can't be by decision, the snake must be bored out of its mind at this point. It has no friend unless you follow the white bird throughout the lower areas, even then it doesn't seem to acknowledge the bird's existence. But when we get the bird up to where the snake is, we can see that the very object the snake yearns for is in the bird's grasp. Could it be that the white bird is mocking the snake? I'll tell you what happened. The snake was chasing the bird throughout Black Sanctum because of the red jewel in its mouth, and the snake wanted a cool ring, of course. The bird was mischievous and smart and flied through Black Sanctum in the trajectory we see the snake get stuck in. When the snake got stuck, the bird flew down to the start of the game where we find it for the first time. Why? It didn't want to be caught as a serial stalker, of course. But then another question arises, birds are dumb as hell, they are straight up silly absolute knockers. Which bird would be as devilishly clever to orchestrate such an accident? The snake gave in to temptation and chased after the material she wanted but ended up stuck. This is clear karma for materialism. For a random fucking bird to want to teach the snake a lesson such as this, he must have a bigger head to sport a bigger brain. As it stands, this bird is no bird brain. This is indeed a huge brain bird, of which could not be a real bird, because they're stupid. So what do I propose? You might know where this is going, but this bird is obviously the devil. Think about it. It tempted the snake with the bloodstone. The devil is very adamant about tempting people into giving in to sin, and the Bible clearly states that avarice is a sin. Proceeded to leave it with nothing. Of course the devil loves seeing people suffer. We know the devil has a tendency of disguising himself as animals, as in the classic story of Adam and Eve. We see him disguising himself as a snake to get the two to eat the forbidden fruit and thus disobey their God. The bird can even give us the bloodstone right there in the last sanctum, but instead it torments us by having us go back to the start of the game. It does end up letting us get the bloodstone, which is uncharacterized by the devil seeing what he did to the snake, but I guess he was in a good mood or late for a meeting, so he ended up leaving the bird's body. That's it for this video, kids. I'll see you next time.